Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started here. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. I'm Josh Vanek with the Montana Campus Network for Civic Engagement, and we are co-presenting this with our good friends at the Governor's Office of Community Service, and we'll hand off to Director Sadowski there shortly. But we are here today for our amazing Montana college students and to recognize the great volunteer work that has happened over the past academic year and just shine a light on the good work that college students are doing in Montana communities. So thanks for being here today. I want to, if you're not talking, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, this is just a regular old meeting. So we want to keep the ambient noise down if we can. And I also want to give a quick shout out to Jonathan Moran, who helped with a lot of the behind the scenes work on the logistics for this, getting the names off of the submissions and helping get those to the governor's office and the press release and website and so forth. So thank you, Jonathan.
You are welcome.
We are the Montana Campus Network for Civic Engagement. We're, as the name says, 18 campuses around the state who support this important community work, student engagement, volunteerism, and all the other good things that come with that. So we get to work with amazing folks around the state. Our office is located at the University of Montana in the Davidson Honors College. Stop by if you're here, please. And our mission is to educate students for civic responsibility and partner with communities to inspire, empower, and promote community service and civic engagement. And we are calling in today from across the state, and at the Campus Network for Civic Engagement and the Governor's Office, we both acknowledge that we're in the homelands of Indigenous people. Our staff is calling in from Missoula and Salish and Kootenai lands, and we serve all of Montana, and our state was created on the lands of 12 Indigenous tribes. We offer our respect to their history and culture and the path they've shown us in caring for the place for generations to come. I invite you to type in the chat where you're calling from and whose land in particular you're calling from. For example, I would say, were I typing in the chat right now and not talking, Missoula, Salish. If you're not sure about the Indigenous people whose homelands you're in, please follow the link and I'll drop this in the chat. There's a great little website that can help out with that. And at this time, I'm going to hand off to President Ron Slinger from Miles Community College. Ron is one of our CEO Council members, and I actually also serve on the Montana Nonprofit Association board with him. So, President Slinger.
Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it. First of all, on behalf of the CEO Council, welcome everyone. We're so excited to celebrate you today. You know, students inspire us daily in making positive contributions in their community and around the state. You'll hear today about 15 amazing college students who find time to do wonderful, impactful things in their communities. Our students embody the spirit of service and community and inspires others to serve. We do this award in partnership with the Governor's Office of Community Service and thank them so much for supporting student volunteerism and service in our state and on all our campuses. So next off, it's my pleasure to introduce Sarah Sadowski, Director of the Governor's Office of Montana Commission on Community Service. Sarah?
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Ron. Josh Vanek, thank you. You guys, we're on Zoom, and it's great to see you. I love it when people got their cameras on. Governor's Office of Community Service and our great commission on community service. I think if all went well, we've got some commissioners on as well as some of the team here at the Governor's Office of Community Service. So The slide is correct. We're one of 52 state service commissions. We're set up to pass through AmeriCorps dollars and advocate, recognize, and appreciate community volunteerism. We've got a long history of partnership with the Montana Campus Network for Civic Engagement, and many of you great campuses, universities have hosted AmeriCorps members both in teams and individual placements. So thank you to those of you who have done that and might still today as well. It's totally awesome. So very exciting to just have a couple quick minutes. One, when I think about this event, the best part is always you students, right? You guys hear us, but then when we really jump in and hear about what you all have done and continue to do throughout school, it's really awesome. The data is clear. Montana's always been, I mean, always, like since they started counting it, but in the last many years, the top 10 for civic engagement and volunteering. And that's in the Volunteer and Civic report that is done, I believe, every other year. And it combines the census data and some other data that says, hey, wait a minute, we're doing it well. And that's both in formal volunteerism and informal. And the cool part is that basically you guys are part of what we hope will be a lifetime of civic engagement. The more that someone volunteers throughout their younger in life, in high school, in college, the more folks serve throughout their whole life, which is really cool. So we also partner with the campus network on the Youth Serve Montana scholarships, and that's for high school seniors, right? So we're optimistic that as high schoolers complete hours of service throughout a year, that they go on to a campus network institution and interact with great people like you who are also doing service. So this network of service is something that really brings people together from different backgrounds, different histories, different inclinations, skills, and abilities. It really takes all of us to make a difference. So very cool with what you guys have all been doing. And as you launch into your life after this school year, we hope that you continue to do. Another thing I've learned through participating with this activity of the Student Volunteer Awards is that it's a mutually beautiful thing, is that service is both inspirational. Folks go do service and they say, wait a minute, I want to get a degree in this area or in that area, right? Everything from policy making to social work and direct service. The other part is that you guys are representing your education in service today, education in action. It's very cool to learn and read and be academic, and it's even more cool when you take those things and apply them in real life. So as we get going, I just want to say thanks again to all of you, and thank you for being a part of us today. You are truly what makes higher ed in service to Montana and makes it awesome. You guys inspire and influence people that sometimes we don't even know are watching. So it's very fun to partner with you all today. We also hope that you received our great certificates in partnership with Josh and the team and your president's offices, signed by Governor Gianforte. So enjoy those and enjoy the next little hour we have together. Super grateful to be here and to partner with you all. So I believe our next colleague is Kim Cleary from Montana State University. And Kim serves on the Campus Network for Civic Engagement Advisory Committee. Kim, hello.
Hi, thank you. That's a tough speech to follow up. I want to just echo everything that Sarah just shared. I think that I'll speak for myself that this is such an inspirational and wonderful event to end the year with every single year. To hear from all of the wonderful students, it really does make the work that we do in higher ed so important, and these stories do stick with us. So I'm excited to hear about all of these wonderful students today. And I just wanted to also give a shout out to our advisory committee for the Montana Campus Network for Civic Engagement. Many of us on that advisory committee are the ones who nominated these students and are the ones working day to day with so many wonderful students on our campuses. And so just wanted to say thank you to all of you for the work that we're doing, and the impact that we can have on our students is huge. And so, yeah, I'm excited to hear all about that impact today. Thank you to the students for all of the hard work that you're doing, and to all of the mentors and advisors on the campuses that are helping bring that work to life. And that's all I got. So I'm going to pass it back over to Josh. Josh, you're muted.
Many thanks. My gosh. Yes. Thank you, Ron, Sarah, and Kim, for your inspiring words and help on this thing. We're going to get into recognizing our students and hearing about their great work around the state. We're going to have our nominators, and we've got some CEOs with us today as well, share the student achievements. We do have 15 students to honor, and so we have just about 2 to 3 minutes each. And we're going to start with Kim Barrows from Ani Nakota College.
Amba Washte. My name is Kim Burrows. I am the Dean of Student Affairs at Ani Nakota College. And I was just so thrilled to nominate our student, Tylana Adams. She's an enrolled member of our Ani tribe here at Fort Belknap. She's a second-year student in American Indian Studies. And she's also, which is not on our sheet, but she's also double majored in Ani and Nakota language as well. So she's a double major at our college. I've known Tylana for quite some time now. Over the past 2 years, I've observed Tylana's commitment to community service. She's steps up, volunteers at all of our functions. We have Native American Week. She's volunteered, made food, volunteers to hand out food, hand out t-shirts, whatever is needed. The annual Halloween masquerade for both years, and our annual spring fling, our luminary walk. She not only shows up with just by herself, she brings her family, and so her children also help, which is, you know, amazing. She's just showing a good example for them. She's also a member of our student senate, and in that capacity, she's also helped with many events. For the fall 24 semester, Tylana helped with Get Out the Vote. We had voter registration set up on campus, and she did so much. I mean, it's hard to read off of this, but she helped register people to vote. She made a bunch of phone calls, and she even walked folks over to the polls, which was a little ways down from where we were set up. She's just a really good human being, shows up for whenever she's needed with a smile and one question: what can I do to help? Tylana sets a powerful example through her actions, not only showing up when the event starts, but she stays through the entire thing till everything's finished, which not everybody does that. If any of you, have had students helping out with things. In addition to her passion to help, she is one of the kindest people I know. As if that weren't enough, she also is the definition of a good relative. She's generous, honest, determined, brave, and takes pride in herself. And I am so happy to be here and that you have got to see what an amazing student that Tylana is. So thank you for that. And now I will hand it over to Elaine Littleplume from Blackfeet Community College.
All right.
Hello, my name is Elaine Littleplume. I'm the Student Services Director here at the Blackfeet Community College. I want to introduce Kane Blaze Gillum. He's a senior in environmental science. Kane has embodied the values of a community service in his time on campus. Kane is a dedicated member of the Student Senate, taking his role as a student spokesperson seriously. He is involved with Healthy Colleges Montana, contributing to initiatives that promote health and wellness on campus. He volunteers for every event and helps out until the work is done. He has shown to be dedicated, selfless, and a leader. Kane's commitment to fostering a positive campus community led him to Washington in January for the American Indian Higher Education Consortium in Summit in DC, where he lobbied for tribal college funding and brought back a wealth of information for his peers and community. Kane is a definition of this award, and I'm proud to have nominated him. He goes above and beyond. He's part of our student senate. As you can see right there, he's, when we went to AHAC, he carried one of our flags in. So he's just a very, very sweet kid and always helps out wherever he's needed. And it's an honor to have nominated him for this. Thank you. And now I'll hand it over to Terry John from Carroll College.
Hi, everyone. I want to introduce Audrey Naroom, a senior in nursing here at Carroll College. Throughout her time at Carroll, I have witnessed Audrey's dedication, both to service to the Helena community and her academics. She serves as vice president of Carroll's student nursing organization, is a Special Olympics volunteer, and works with the Montana Hope Project and also with Engineers Without Borders as a safety officer. If that weren't enough, Audrey volunteers with the Helena Health Alliance and Carroll College's Fusion event. She's been a compassionate leader and someone that our institution can always count on to be a positive role model. And she's really a sterling ambassador of Carroll College. She's really an amazing person who leads with a compassionate heart and sees the best in everyone she meets. Her ability to visualize action and then put that visualization into loving action is unparalleled. It's a pleasure to nominate Audrey Naroom for this award. And you know, the world is run by the people who show up, and all of these students, they show up in the world, and I think give hope to all of us that the world is in good hands. So thank you, Audrey, and for everyone who's shining here today. And I get to pass it off to Sabrina Nyman from Chief Dull Knife College.
Thank you. I am proud to introduce you to Brittany Gonzalez Wolf-Voice, a second-year business student and a remarkable part of the Chief Dull Knife College and Lame Deer communities. Brittany is a student who is involved in almost every campus activity. She is in her second year on the Student Senate and runs almost all the fundraisers for that group. She's also set up visits with some of the larger institutions in our area to see how their Student Senate runs and to see what we can do better. She organizes community service events through that position, such as clothing and coat drives. And she's been instrumental in revitalizing this program for our students. She is a wonderful representative of our institution. She's a fabulous student, and she's a great role model for our incoming students to look up to. So thank you for your service, Brittany. And I will hand it over to President Knutson from Dawson Community College.
All right, thank you. I'm pleased to introduce and honor Taylor Undum. Taylor is a freshman in animal science, livestock production, and a remarkable individual. Her dedication to serving the Glendive community is truly inspiring. Not only is she devoted to her academics, but she's a member of the Dawson softball team, where she is known for getting her teammates involved with the community. She's always ready to serve others, whether it be 4-H, local sports camps, putting together care packages for abusive survivors, feminine hygiene bags for women overseas, and the less fortunate. Her hardworking nature, respect for others, and maturity make her an exemplary example of a DCC student. She was nominated by DCC's athletic director, Joe Peterson, who had this to say, quote, "As an athletic department, we have been blessed, and so we want to be a blessing to others. Taylor has been a huge blessing to many people on campus and in the community because of her heart of service. She is very deserving." Congratulations to all the winners, and I will now turn it over to Wendy Jeske from Flathead Valley.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am honored to introduce Colton Little, a freshman studying political science at Flathead Valley Community College. What sets Colton apart is his unwavering commitment to using his voice to uplift others. His personal growth has fueled a broader mission, ensuring that those who are often unheard are included and represented. He exemplifies how his lived experiences, when paired with his education and purpose, can drive a real change locally. In his first year at FECC, Colton has proven himself to be motivated, resilient, and also very compassionate and very patient as well. I was proud to nominate him as he truly embodies FECC's value of service and giving back and actively responding to our community's needs. Colton also serves as a student government administrative senator. He demonstrates outstanding leadership, advocacy, and civic engagement. He is deeply involved in student government. He is always there at the tabling events, helping with campus events and community service projects, and also helping at other clubs' community service projects. So he also serves on our college-wide budget committee. He presents student activity reports to the Board of Trustees and actively represents students at the local and state level. He outside of his work here on campus, he volunteers with the Democracy Project and serves on the local transportation committee, further highlighting his dedication to civic engagement on and off campus. So you can tell that Colton is a great student. I've never met a student that's more patient and willing to learn new things and really be driven to make a difference. So I would like to say thank you to Colton for all that he does in our community. And I would like to pass it over to David James from Fort Peck Community College.
Thank you, Wendy. This afternoon, I would like to introduce J.C. Gill Forbear, a mother of four and sophomore in general studies. J.C. volunteers for Head Start, where she helps raise funds for early childhood education, health, and family well-being. One of the ways she helps raise money is by taking her time to make Valentine's Day baskets to sell. Every weekday, JC is volunteering as a student mentor for at least 2 hours, and JC is an exemplary and outgoing student. From the start, she has shown a natural leadership style that all students recognize. She is a natural mentor, role model, and is always around student services, engaging with students and staff. So much so that we asked her to be our student lounge attendant while pursuing her degree in general studies. In her spare time, she likes to ride, teach, and instruct horse riding, and this stems from her native culture of horsemanship. Her goal is to pursue her education in psychology and equine therapy. In recognition of her selfless dedication and unwavering commitment to the betterment of our community, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to JC. Thank you for your service, JC. And now I'd like to hand it over to Josh Archie at Great Falls Community College. Thank you.
Thanks, David. I would like to introduce Hope Westerman from Great Falls College here in Great Falls. She's a second-year student in the Substance Abuse Addictions Counseling Program. She exudes what it really means to be an involved member of our campus community. Hope, as an associated student of Great Falls College Student Body Vice President and now the Secretary, she's actively engaged peers in community outreach, and in her role as the Office of Student Engagement coordinating work-study student, she helped organize and distribute over 60 Thanksgiving meals every year in both 2023 and 2024. She has made quite an impact on campus by ensuring that QPR training is a priority on our campus and has assisted numerous campus trainings, in addition to starting a community bereavement group in 2025. Through her initiative and her teamwork and her passion for helping others, Hope has continually supported making campus a welcoming start to everyone who is interested through guiding tours for prospective students, leading discussions at orientation's opening day, and assisting the admissions with our annual Native Youth Preview Day and How to College events. She's consistently recruiting fellow students to volunteer with student government opportunities, and that's created a ripple effect of kindness and support throughout the entire campus community. Hope lives out our campus values of service by creating opportunities for others to engage, fostering a strong, supportive, and inclusive community through every effort that she does. I'd like to thank Hope for everything that she does for our community, and thank every other student here for doing what they do in their community. So now I'd like to pass it over to President Ron Slinger from Miles Community College. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to the amazing Hattie Baumgartner, a second-year student here at Miles Community College. She's a business student focusing in accounting. Hattie is committed to creating a positive impact on the community and is involved in Child Bridge, where she helps foster youth feel valued and supported. She's an active member of Phi Theta Kappa, in which she worked on the food bank and food pantry initiatives. She's also done Toys for Tots and Cascade County Farm Bureau, where she advocates for rural communities, promotes agricultural education and service. Hattie is a secretary of the Associated Students of Miles Community College. She's a resident assistant in Pioneer Hall. She's events coordinator for Phi Theta Kappa, and she gives campus tours. Her efforts demonstrate how volunteering not only meets immediate community needs, but also inspires others to get involved and make a lasting impact. When asked why she is involved, she indicates that she loves helping people and wants to make a difference in their lives. Hattie truly lives out MCC's campus values of service and engagement in our communities through consistent, selfless dedication to others. From supporting foster youth and coaching youth athletes to volunteering with PTK, Young Farmers and Ranchers Club, and student leadership, Hattie leads by example. She gives her time freely, uplifts those around her, and inspires others to serve. Her actions reflect a deep commitment to community and a heart of helping others, making her a role model for service on our campus. Others recognize her work too. She recently received the Regional Volleyball Mondac Sportsmanship Award. And I will tell you as a side note, Maddie plays a mean mandolin. Maddie, we're so proud of you from Miles Community College. And now I hand it over to Kim Cleary of Montana State University.
Thank you. It is my absolute honor to share a little bit about Hadley Barbie with you all today. She's a sophomore in nursing here at MSU and is sadly leaving us to go to Great Falls next year. So sad to see her go, but she's currently the Service Saturday coordinator here in the Office of Student Engagement. She has a task of communicating with several local nonprofits to identify service projects as part of that program, and she has done a great job recruiting leaders and participants for each of our projects. She's handled the administrative duties, the marketing, and the outreach for every single event this year, and she has made sure that the event goes smoothly the day of. Her dedication to this program has helped see some of our highest attendance and participation since before COVID. And she's worked really hard to help recruit a wider variety of students across campus to participate. In addition to all of her hard work on the Service Saturday program, Hadley has also helped with coordinating over 20 food drives for our annual Can the Grizz food drive this past fall. And those food drives generated over 40,000 pounds of food for our local food bank. So we're really proud of her for that. She's dedicated several hours each week this academic year, as well as her first Saturday of every month, to organizing and facilitating these opportunities. And we just could not be more proud of her and her dedication to these programs. Like I said, I'm going to miss her a lot next year, but I am so excited to see the commitment that she brings to her new community in the following year. I am now going to hand it off to Bailey Stenger with MSU Billings.
Thank you. I apologize. I did not have anything prepped for this, but I'm excited to announce our candidate for this year's service is Tessa Stokes. She has been wonderful to work with. She's currently stepping up next year as our Circle K chair. She has dedicated numerous hours, almost close to 200 hours of service, and she currently works in our admissions office. So she's a bright, smiley face to our new coming students and is constantly doing things. She actually recently missed our awards banquet because she was dedicating time to service. I could go on about how wonderful she is, but I will thank you, Tessa, for your work. I saw you were on here. I will pass it off to our Northern rep.
Good afternoon. This is Greg Kegel. I'm the Chancellor at MSU Northern. I'd like to introduce Amanda Haggerty, sophomore community leadership. Amanda exemplifies excellence through her impressive efforts to support her community through volunteerism, serving on the board of directors for the Gardner Chamber of Commerce, coordinating for the Livingston Food Resource Center, serving on the Wildlife Society, and being a member of the Board of Montana Environmental Education are only some of her volunteer efforts. According to her nominator, Randy Bachmeyer, Amanda is determined, supportive, and empathetic, and was chosen due to her efforts in civic engagement and her support for community improvement. Her approach to supporting her community is impressive, giving all of her responsibilities. She's established her impressive resume of volunteerism, all while achieving academic success and campus engagement through MSU Northern's Community Leadership Program and maintaining a career. She truly emphasized service. Thank you for all you do, Amanda. And now I'll hand it over to Madeline Thomas at Montana Technological University.
I am standing in for Madeline because Tech has a large scale event, and both she and Malachi have been called to that. So I want to introduce Malachi Warnicki, who's a senior in civil engineering from Shepherd, Montana. Malachi is part of Chi Alpha Campus Ministries, and his responsibilities are to coordinate events on campus with Campus Life to provide students with a chance to have community. These community building events range from worship nights in the Copper Lounge to small groups in the Mill to larger group events like swing dances or yard games and similar fun activities. Malachi volunteers because he believes that Chi Alpha offers students a chance to hear God's word and live in uplifting community during college. According to Madeline, who nominated Malachi, he is a huge help anytime there is help needed on campus. Malachi is always there to help no matter what. He's been a crucial student leader on campus, always going above and beyond in everything he does. He's a determined doer, and we're lucky to have him at Tech. Thank you, Malachi. And now I'll hand it over to Dustin Hutchins from Salish Kootenai College.
Thank you very much, Josh. My name is Dustin Hutchins, and I manage the Career Services and Community Service Learning programs in Pablo. I have the pleasure of introducing Kane Santorno, a freshman in our psychology department. Kane has dedicated countless hours to our SKC food pantry, ensuring students facing food insecurities have access to basic necessities. He's taken a leadership role in organizing volunteers with a special focus on creating inclusive opportunities for individuals with mental or physical impairments to engage in meaningful service. Additionally, Kane manages our snack programs across 8 campus locations, providing essential nutrition so students can stay focused on their academics. Balancing these commitments while excelling as a student athlete for the SKC men's basketball team. Kane exemplifies dedication, leadership, and a deep commitment to community well-being. His efforts have made a lasting impact on our campus. His work really embodies the values of citizenship, communication, critical thinking, and cultural understanding that define Salish Kootenai College. Through his leadership, service, and ability to engage others in meaningful work, Kane has strengthened the campus community and is truly deserving of this honor. Thank you so much, Kane. And now I'll hand it over to Jenna Mead at the University of Montana. Thank you.
Hello, all. I am honored to introduce May Lyric Smith, a sophomore majoring in Native American Studies and Environmental Studies at UM, who was selected because they embody what it means to lead with purpose, respect, and action through their creativity, care for community, and tireless contributions to revitalizing Indigenous food systems. As a caretaker of the Four Sisters Garden at Peas Farm, May Lyric teaches people of all ages how to engage respectfully with the land, sharing both cultural protocols and practical gardening skills. They've brought new school partners to the farm and ensured Indigenous youth have access to its teachings. Beyond the garden, May Lyric leads food sovereignty efforts, including serving as a head chef at a Soup and Stories event at All Nations Health Center and organizing and leading a cooking demonstration at Farm Connect's Food RX Summit. Nominator Carolyn Stevens described May Lyric as an engaged and proactive leader, qualities they showed as a key organizer of the 2023 Stolen Water Summit, a large 3-day Indigenous-led conference at the University of Montana. May Lyric dedicated countless hours to planning the event, preparing traditional food, arranging handmade gifts for presenters, leading workshops, and creating an original piece of artwork for the event poster inspired by their work with Indigenous food systems. Few students have had such a profound sense of purpose and vocation as May Lyric, or have demonstrated such commitment to their learning, combining theory and hands-on practice to not only think about, but actively tend and grow Native food systems to benefit others. Thank you, May Lyric, for your contributions to our campus and community. You've made an outstanding impact. And now back to Josh Vanek.
Thank you, Jenna Mead, and thank you, students. I say this all the time to folks when we're talking about the Student Volunteer Award, that this is one of those hours out of the year that, makes the other couple thousand all worth it, the difficult stuff. I love hearing about how diverse student engagement looks in Montana and really the lives that college students touch. So thank you for being here. I also want to do a real special shout out to our advisory committee who champions this and lifts up student voice, student action across the state and brought us these nominations. So pat yourselves on the back if you're on the advisory committee. I also want to acknowledge our Chancellor Kegel, President Knudsen, and President Slinger for being here and representing the CEO side of what we do. These guys, took an hour out of their day to say, hey, this is important. College students do great things and help our state, help our communities, and and make other students' lives better. So real appreciative of all that, all those that have contributed here today. It would be odd if we didn't take a little pause and ask the students who are here today if you would like to share any thoughts, or we welcome you to kind of to unmute and share anything that you would like to add to this conversation. So I'm going to stop talking now. Tylana, please hop in.
Hello, thank all of you. I'm super grateful for all of you that put this on, and I'm super grateful to be in the loop and in a circle with all of you doers and people who are being leaders and making positive ripple effects on your campuses and in your community. And I just feel very overwhelmed and grateful for my Ani and Dakota College and Kim for nominating me for this. I just am overwhelmed with appreciation, and I just love to help. We're inclusive people. We should be helping each other anyway. So it just feels super good to help. And my tribal college is really special for me. It offered a healing space. For a long time, I didn't know who I was and the trauma I carried, but thankfully at Ani Nakota College, they incorporate our values and our language and everything inside. So when I went there, I found a sense of belonging, and it really healed who I was. And yeah, the least I could do is really give back. And yeah, like we're in the self-determination era right now, and our college is very vital for that, for all of our people. So just super grateful to be a part of all of you. And yeah, thank you all for putting this on. And nahasa, guinea hand.
Thanks, Tylana. Would anyone else like to add anything?
Hello, can you guys hear me? Oh, you guys can hear me. Cool. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm, JC Forbear. I'm from the Fort Peck, Assiniboine Sioux Reservation. I would just like to say thank you. This is the first time I've ever been, nominated for anything in college. I really struggled in the beginning. Well, I did really good in the first year, and then I kind of struggled in with college after that, but I finally found a good place and it feels amazing to be noticed for the things that I do and that I love to do. It's not hard for me to be a part of the students and the staff at the college. It's fun. It's everything's always exciting. Everybody treats each other good. It makes me feel good to help other students because I know the struggle of starting out, you know, and going to school. And I know sometimes we hit bumps, so it makes me feel good to be a part of this. And I want to thank each and every one of you. I was so nervous before this, but it just feels amazing. You know, I'm close to graduating and it's just an honor for me to be a part of this. And I'm excited to keep going with my education because this is a good example for other students. If you work hard, you can get nominated, you can get these things to reward you for your hard work. And it keeps people going. It keeps people going and motivated. And that's what we need, especially on the reservations. You know, even off the reservations too, you know, it goes all over. So, but thank you guys so much. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. Thank you, David, for thinking of me. Okay.
Thank you, JC.
Hey, I just want to also say thank you so much. This is such an honor, and it's so awesome to get to meet all these people. Even though we're not face to face, it's still so cool to get to hear from so many other like-minded people who are doing the same work on their campuses as well. I also just want to thank Miles Community College. I just want to thank Ron and Richard and all of you guys there for just being just such a great atmosphere and a place for me to grow and to just be able to just keep bringing light to other people. And yeah, so thank you all.
Thanks, Hattie.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who helped us get to this point, because I think we all know that we can't do what we do alone. Like, it takes our advisors and people on campus who support us if we're marketing for something or planning a dance, let's say, to organize our funds, to fundraise, to buy what we need to buy, and to really, it's really a group effort. So I'd like to say I appreciate that. And for me, that's Wendy is the person who's there to support me, and she nominated me for this award. So I'm very thankful to her. I think we all have those people that we're thinking of when we're being presented with this award. So just thank you.
Thank you, Colton.
I'd like to thank Josh Archie for nominating me. As a non-traditional student, I never had that in high school, and I waited a lot longer to go to college, but I wouldn't be able to do as many things if I didn't have him as my corner. And I want to thank everybody else in our college campuses for doing the best that they can for all the students. I think we make our college campuses a greater and better place.
Thank you, Hope.
This is Amanda, and I would echo what others have said. I feel like where the world is right now and being inundated by polarization, it's a really beautiful thing to come together and see people who care about places. And I think that civic engagement is so much more than just showing up, but it's about choosing to care, to participate, that there's an understanding that things can be better and that they deserve better. And so it's really exciting to be with this group of people who are, you know, willing to listen and learn. And it, you know, it's a great hope. It's really invigorating to be able to see all the wonderful things that are happening across the state. So I'm really honored to be amongst these group of folks. And I too want to a big shout out and thank you to Dr. Bachmeyer, who's really been an inspiration and helping with community leadership, which really ties in to what this is about as well.
Thank you, Amanda.
Hi, this is Audrey.
I just wanted to thank all of you guys for putting this on and for allowing us to see the amazing accomplishments of each student who is nominated. You all are so inspiring, and it was awesome to hear all of your contributions to your school and your communities. It's just super refreshing to hear, kind of like what Amanda was saying. And lastly, I just wanted to thank Terry and Lori for nominating me for this award.
Thanks, Audrey. Okay, I'm inferring that might be it. Last chance. Anyone else want to say something? Okay, before we go, I'm going to hand it off to our Associate Director, Dan Corradini, and who's going to talk about some service opportunities that we've got around the state. So Dan.
I'll be brief. First, I just wanted to say, I'm going to piggyback and just say, I think it is very inspirational and heartwarming to hear all the good work that people are doing at your schools and communities. And so I think it's always a good reminder for myself and maybe for all of us too, to be more involved, to continue that good work. So thank you. I think it's wonderful. All I wanted to bring up for us is that I don't know if people are familiar with AmeriCorps and some of the programs and opportunities that come with that, but the summer is almost upon us, and there's a 10-week from June until August. There are some 10-week sessions. So if anybody student-wise, or if there's for staff, if you know any other students that are interested in having an alternative to a typical job, these are some awesome opportunities, an alternative opportunity that involves service. And so there's really some cool projects this year in six different locations. So it's like for the summer, it's like Kalispell, Helena, Hamilton, Fort Belknap, Bozeman, Missoula. Yeah, thanks, Josh. Drop the link for the positions. And then also this fall, we're also still crossing our fingers and hoping everything works out for VISTA positions. There'll be even more in more communities. And so, and there's just some really awesome projects that are about service and about building capacity and helping others. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If any students are interested in some alternative opportunities after school, or if staff want to pass along for their students. That's about it.
All right, thank you, Dan. And then I'm going to hand it back to Kim Cleary for a closing thanks and brief reflection, if that is acceptable.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, I think a lot of what we've heard today speaks for itself in the impact that all of the students are having on our campuses. And I really just want to leave all of the students that are on this call today with keep up the good work. You guys are truly doing the good work that we need in order to feel hopeful about our future. And I think that I can speak for all of those of us who work on our campuses and get the honor of working with students like you, that you are what keeps us going every day in our work. And just keep that with you, keep that spirit of giving back with you. And I can't wait to hear about all of the amazing things that everybody is doing for years to come. So thank you for being so dedicated to your communities, and yeah, just keep doing the good work.